What's up, guys? How are you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day, a fantastic week. And missed you guys. And ladies and gentlemen, long time no see. Today, if you haven't heard, Tesla has revealed their Cybertruck yesterday at 8 p.m. And I watched the reveal and I wanted to talk about it just in case anyone missed it. And I wanted to put my thoughts on the truck today. So, he's running. We good here? Yeah, we're good. So yeah, I wanted to let you guys know what I think about this new truck that Tesla is releasing. Now, what I think about it. Personally, I think it's awesome. It's badass. The design, right? I feel like the design could have been a little bit better, but in terms of price and design, I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of more artistic design for that lower price point and for the ruggedness of the vehicle. Because a lot of people are talking a lot of schmack online about it. They're saying it's terrible. It's the worst vehicle they've ever seen. Some people are saying you'll never be able to get a date in that vehicle. A lot is being said about the Tesla truck, and right now they're front and center. If you have any Tesla stock, you'll notice that stock has went down a little bit because, a lot of investors think that if they're competing with Ford and, the new Mustang Mach-3, which I'll talk about later, that just released. In terms of design, Tesla is kind of behind. But we have to hold up. We have to wait and understand that Tesla has the lead in the electric motor game, in the battery pack game. If we look at other EV cars like the Audi e-tron, they've had some battery problems, some leaking in the battery. Long story short, if you go on Audi's website and look for the e-tron hatchback, you'll see that it's not available, okay? So if you want to get a dependable EV vehicle, your first place you go to is Tesla. Now, with that in mind, we're going to look at the design. The design that they've released is extremely futuristic, okay? And when you look at the design, you think, why did they choose this design? Well, the first thing you have to understand about the construction of the Tesla is it's an exoskeleton construction, meaning it's like an insect. The whole piece is one piece. The frame is one whole entire piece. It's not the bottom connected to the top of the car. It's one whole entire construction with the wheels spinning. So that enables it to have a more rigid structure. It enables it to be a little bit lighter. It enables the car to be a lot easier to manufacture as well. So it lowers the price. But I was thinking that what happens, if for insurance rates, when you do hit a panel, how do they replace that one panel since it cannot be removed? And that becomes expensive when insurance rates. It'll be, if you come to birchwoodinsurance.com, birchwoodinsurancesolutions.com, it's going to be hard to find insurance for you with a vehicle like the Tesla. It's sort of like Bentley. Bentley also has really big, long, sweeping pieces that are hard to detach. So long story short, insurance rates may be a little bit more expensive for the Tesla SUV. So even considering the price being low, you're going to want to check with, if you're getting the car, you probably don't care about insurance rates, but bear that in mind. Insurance is expensive for Teslas across the board, but this one in particular will be. However, we saw them hit a mallet on the door and it didn't even dent, so it should be okay. But I'm also wondering the safety with it being on the street with other vehicles. But then you have semi trucks that could cut through cars like butter. So if this one does the same, you want to be careful. Because if we segue onto the speed of the vehicle, if you saw the release, I'll let you know, the $70,000 version of it will do 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds in a truck. So we had the Tesla Roadster coming out. That's a lot faster. But this truck can carry 6 people in the cabin. And that's the thing that people don't understand. This truck, the configuration of the interior is 3 people in the front and 3 people in the back. So if some trucks, some full-size trucks, you have the option of having someone sit in the middle. But because it's an electric vehicle, it doesn't have that pillar, the center transmission case in the center. So you're able to have, like, you go on a date with your girlfriend, she can sit right next to you and feel very comfortable. And you can even recline that middle seat. I'm sure that the middle seat will be able to recline. So you'll have 3 people in the front and 3 people in the back. And I love that setup. That's actually one of the setups that I like about pickup trucks that SUVs didn't catch on. It's really difficult to design with an engine and a transmission the way that it's very bulky. Well, because it's being an electric vehicle, they caught on to that when they saw the truck, and they implemented it perfectly into the interior design of this vehicle, which makes it even more appealing to SUV slash truck, family truck buyers. They would see the interior, sit in it once they get to able to sit in the vehicle and really actually like the setup, the design of the car. Because if you think about it, the Tesla Model X doesn't have that. But I believe the most selling Tesla Model X is the 7-seater configuration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, the 7-seater configuration, and you could even have the 8-seater, I believe. So you have 2 in the front, 3 in the back, and 3 in the back, which would be 8, right? 4. That's all right. 7 configuration. But then you can also have the 8. But the 8 has 3 seats in the back, 2 seats in the back. So it's 7 configuration, either 6 or 7, not 8. You have 6 or 7. 2 tiny seats in the very back on the Model X. 2 or 3 in the middle, and then 2, of course, at the front. The front seats can only sit the front passenger and the front driver. And a lot of people like to buy the 7-seater the 6-seater configuration because you can walk from the back to the front. It's hard to explain, but Tesla Model X is great, but those back seats in the very, very back are kind of tiny and they're kind of uncomfortable. So even if you're sitting 6, it's an uncomfortable seating position with the captain's chairs on each side. It's just not it's not that great. But this new vehicle, this new Cybertruck, has an awesome 6-seating configuration. It's got a front bench, it's got a back bench, just like the classics. And everybody knows, if you're into old classic cars, one of the best parts of classic cars is they have a long front bench. You can literally sit 4 people in the front and 4 in the back. And you're just kind of cruising. So for a hybrid car to have that, and to be a truck, and to not have to, and to have all the specifications that this vehicle does have, perfect. Now the design, you're probably thinking, if I buy a Tesla truck, will I be able to get a date in this type of vehicle? Yes, you will, especially in the beginning, and pretty much you will be able to get a date with this vehicle, even though you believe that it looks ugly, right? The reason why I say you'll be able to get a date and be able to attract attention to yourself, you'll definitely attract a lot of attention. You'll have some haters and they'll be laughing as you're driving around, I'm sure, but a woman will love to actually sit inside the car and experience the feeling of being in the vehicle. And the seating configuration is such that if you go on a date, unless she's scared to be close to you, she'll sit either away, but a woman can literally sit right next to you, right? So your significant other can sit right next to you and you can drive. Now, even in a Porsche 911, there's a little bit of space. So there's some space that you have, even though you want to get close to someone, there's some space. But this configuration, the way the truck is, you can sit right next to them. So you can do that with the F-150. I'm sure, I'm not sure if they have that with the F-150, but I know they have it with the GMC and the Chevys. Maybe the F-150 has that configuration, but with the Tesla, that center seat is, I said, it's very spacious from what I saw. And I'll show you real quick to show you that on the, I'll show you what it looks like. So, and also the release of this truck, see the Tesla Model X, the SUV version, wasn't really an off-road vehicle, so it couldn't really have a worldwide debut. This vehicle can be worldwide. The glass, even though the glass did break, we can have some assurities that they're going to fix the construction of the glass, and the glass is a lot stronger than any kind of factory vehicle you can buy on the market right now. And also the body panel. So this vehicle is quite easy to make. Even if you buy it stock, it's much safer in a third world country than a regular Mercedes that's not bulletproof. because they showed the vehicle being shot, and that cold steel construction exoskeleton they're using to construct the vehicle is extremely powerful and impenetrable to bullets. So, yeah. And if you own a business, you'll also get a tax credit, so that's something to think of. There's also the credit for having an electric vehicle. You'll also get as well. They didn't include that in the price. The base model looks like they're having a 250-mile range. It's 0 to 60 in 6.5. I think that's a sweet spot. Unless you're actually using the truck for some industrious use, or you're traveling from city to city, you might want to go for the $78,000 tri-motor, 3-motor, $78,000, 2.9 to 60 Cybertruck. But for me, for most general urban users, the 250-mile 6.5 restriction on 0 to 60 will work perfectly for you, fit you in your life. You can carry a lot of people. You can flex. You can go off road, and you can even get that ATV as well, which looked really cool. I'm sure it goes really well on sand. I believe it comes with the it goes up and it goes down. It has the suspension, the adaptable suspension. So there's a lot that you get for the price that you pay that I don't see on the market right now, unless you were to get a Range Rover. But for the EVs, this is a whole new territory that Elon Musk has gotten into, and a lot of people are complaining. A lot of investors are worried. They should not be worried. You should trust the designer's judgment, and you should actually appreciate that they're going in this direction, this new Cybertruck direction, and they're not just spitting out what you expect. It's just basic. So you have to think about it. If the truck was really well designed, had sweeping panels, it was kind of like what you would expect to see, you may actually like it more. But would you like the price would you want to pay more for that, or would you want that $39,000, $40,000 base price to start out? So you have to think about that. So some people are coming to this Cybertruck. It's going to be their first truck. It's going to be their first truck. It may be their first EV vehicle. They've never had a Tesla before, so they're new to Tesla. And it fits a lot of needs for someone coming as a new EV vehicle owner, going straight to the truck. Skip the Tesla Model X, skip the Model 3, skip all of that, and just get that big vehicle. So now if you're a smaller person, I can understand you don't want to drive a big vehicle, but if you can handle the vehicle, you can use all the tactical gear. It's something that you would automatically want to buy over the Model 3. The Model 3 just seems like a pimp's quick kind of car, and it's just for a certain demographic, a certain type of person. Now, will you see women driving this truck? Absolutely. I believe that there will be a lot of women that will be actually ordering this truck, that have already ordered it as of today, as of yesterday night. And if I was to see a woman driving this, I would think like, God, that's pretty cool that you chose this vehicle to drive. See, I see a lot of women driving Model X's, a lot of moms. Would this be a soccer mom car? Yeah, I think you'll see this at the soccer park. Absolutely. Because the crash test, we haven't seen the crash test, but it looks like it may be a very, very safe bet for a family to drive with the construction of the vehicle. Now, you have to also understand that it's coming with autopilot as standard. So you're going to be able to have all that cool parking the car itself. Just everything that Tesla comes with, you're going to get for that low price. So you're now part of that Tesla culture. You see that the way that it slopes down to the back, the way it just looks like a pyramid from the front to the back. When you first look at it, because you can't see it in person, when you first look at it, it's almost like shock. It's shock and awe. And that's what they were going for. They were going for shock and awe. And let's do something different that does not fit the norm of what we're known for. Elon Musk has a tendency to do that. He's kind of a quirky guy. He had the presentation, I feel like was kind of shows exactly his personality. And also it kind of displays the tenacity of Tesla. The way that they're going to actually bring new vehicles to society isn't really what your mind thought, what we as consumers know what we need. It's almost like they know what we need, and they know they're going to push the boundaries of technology and design, and everyone's going to have to just copycat and piggyback on it. Because if you look at the Mustang Mach-E, I'm a Ford fan. I look at the Mustang Mach-E, I just look at a copycat of the Tesla Model 3. That's kind of that's just this, and it's I don't feel like it's going to be, the motor is going to be, you know, as good as the Tesla Model 3. But we don't know yet. We have to wait till the car comes out. But I'm just saying that we have to pay homage to Tesla, really consider this truck for what it can be for your life. Because some people are going to be coming into this truck, coming into the EV market, brand new, fresh. They've got their cash ready, they pay, and then this is going to be a life-changing experience for them. And I feel like this versus the Tesla, you know, just the regular sedans or even the X is way different. The range, you can get something, you're getting a package is just absolutely totally different than what you could get until this came out. So, see the cracked glass, the design of it, the colors, the color schemes. We're going to have more colors. We're definitely, I'm sure they're going to have black, they're going to have white, and or they may only have this color. They may only be metallic type colors. So we don't know yet what colors. I went on the website, I couldn't see any color options. All you can do is order it as you see it here. And that's that adaptive air suspension as standard. $39,000, you're getting adaptive air suspension, so you can get 16 inches of clearance. So you're definitely gonna have to take this off-road. You're not gonna be afraid of dinks and dents and dirt and sand, because look at the way the truck looks. So they're encouraging you to go out and explore, go out into the forest, go out on the sand, go out and explore. Don't just baby the truck, because look at the way it looks. Look at those lights. This is just badass, man. It's just totally badass, bad out of hell. Now, if you have any questions about the Cybertruck, let me know in the comment section below. Tell me how much you hate it, why you hate it, if you're thinking about buying it, if you've already put a deposit on it, if you're a woman and you put a deposit on it, if you're a woman and you see a guy driving it, would you get in the truck, or would you feel like, this guy is kind of weird, why would he buy that? Let me know in the comment section below, and you guys have a fantastic day. Peace.